This is Showtime Sean Porter, and you're watching True School Sports. Stay tuned.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, words my brethren all around the world. You guys, a lot of you people, a lot of people in my comment section over the last couple 8-9 days, you guys have been talking a lot of smack, and you've been saying, Brendan, you're a coward. Brendan, where's your Ward Kovalev videos? You're getting your Ward Kovalev videos. I have about 15 to 16 topics I'm going to touch on in regards to this fight. And I might not talk about anything else. I don't give a shit how relevant it is. I want to talk about this fight now that I've cleared my mind, I've had time to process it, I've watched it again, and I went on and I've been enjoying life. Just get away from boxing for a little bit because it really pissed me off that night. Not so much that Kovalev lost, but it was more so the corruption and all the wrongs that were done to Kovalev and how we just didn't have a fair fight. So with that being said, this video right here, I'm speaking out against the boxing media, man. The boxing media, I'm calling out every last one of you guys, and this goes to my friends included, and they know who they are. I don't have to say their names. I'm a big fan of a lot of the boxing media channels. I know some people are, some people aren't, but there's a lot of people that do a good job in the boxing media. You know, we have the Kugan Cashes of the world that do a great job. We have our Michelle Phelpses that do a great job. We have Marcos Villegas who does a great job. You know your Sean Zittels who do a great job. You have some good people in boxing media. So I don't wanna, even Radio Raheem does a good job, but I don't want to throw salt on nobody's name. But we gotta call a spade a damn spade. One of the reasons that boxing, particularly in America, has become a niche sport is because the media does not do their job. Now, am I part of the media? Yes, I am, but not really. Not really, because not once have I ever gotten a press pass directly for TSS to go to a boxing media. Only fights that I've ever had a press pass for TSS are both the last two Erislandy Lara fights against Yuri Foreman and what's his name? Yuri Foreman and Jan Zavik, and then the WBC convention. Outside of that, not really in anything else outside of that. And Shannon Brigg. No, that's it. So I have had a lot of the chances that a lot of the big channels like Boxing Voice and IFL TV and all these other channels get on a routine basis. So they're in these rooms. They know these fighters. They have to exercise a certain level of decorum and integrity within the media. But a lot of times that's violated, and I hate to call out names here, but we call a spade a spade. And he does good work. I watch his channel quite frequently, so I'm not going to completely hate on him, but a perfect example of somebody who is not a true media member and really doesn't exercise professionalism in his interviews and with fighters is Ben Thompson from Fight Hype. He's always kissing the behinds of Andre Ward and Virgil Hunter and Amir Khan and a lot of fighters. So I'm calling the boxing media out. You guys, for the most part, a lot of you guys were afraid to tell the truth. And I know what you're going to say, BT. You're just saying this because Kovalev lost and you wanted Kovalev to win. No, I'm not saying because I wanted Kovalev to win and then that he lost and got robbed, or I think he got robbed. I'm saying this because I personally know, and very prominent members of the media have told me out of their own damn mouths, they said, Brendan, I know Ward got the fight and he did a good job in these areas, but it was wrong the way it ended, and I feel that there were low blows, and I can't really call it out and say what I want to say because I'll get my press pass taken away, or Ward won't simply answer my question. So, with that being said, there's people in the media who I know, admittedly, and I'm not going to say their names, but admittedly, they're afraid to do their jobs. They are afraid to do their jobs, and you could attribute that to whatever you wanted to attribute it to. You could attribute it to them just being, wanting to get that press pass because they feel comfortable and they're making money off what they're doing. Or you could attribute that to maybe someone in Ward's team threatening them. We don't know what really goes on behind closed doors, but what I'm saying is boxing media, the big boxing media, not me. I know I get my interviews, I have my connections here and there, But big boxing media, the guys who are at every fight, the guys who get hundreds of thousands of views, the guys that a lot of us frequent their channels multiple times a day, they are afraid to do their job when it comes to Andre Ward, because look, there's a narrative out there and he gives them a lot of access, and you know, they don't want to hinder any relationships, because they know that if they hinder relationships with Andre Ward, they can hinder relationships with a lot of fighters in boxing, and it could affect their careers. So I get it. I understand them being political, but it makes me ashamed that in this day and age that the boxing media at large, big boxing media, has become nothing more, for the most part. Not everybody. I think there's some genuinely good, honest media guys who call it straight down the middle, who are unbiased. You know, like your Sean Tattels of the world. I think he's one of the best out there. You have Kugan Cassius, although I know he's pretty cool with a lot of the UK fighters. You know, I think he's also one of the best people as well. But outside of that, outside of that, there just really aren't a lot of people who are doing a good job of telling the truth. And for this fight, more so than any other fight, a piss poor job was done for boxing media. Now, I'm gonna start. We'll get to this later, but Max Kellerman, I'm getting to you next, because you set the tone for the rest of the boxing media, because you work for HBO, you have the big job, you make the big bucks, you get the most exposure, you're on ESPN First Take, you set the narrative, and you did a shitty job. I thought Max Kellerman did an absolutely piss poor job, and his blatant, I know you guys say I'm biased, but you guys can see my interviews. Although I am biased, and I have my biases, I will admit that. When I do my interviews, I do my best to call it down the middle, and I think I've done a pretty good job of that, and people who don't even agree with my opinions have told me the same thing. Max Kellerman's clear-cut bias for Andre Ward was really apparent in his post-fight interview with Andre Ward, and we're going to get to Max in a very, very short time. So that's just what it is. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not going to reveal to you guys who these prominent members of the media are. Just know that some of your favorite boxing reporters have personally told me that they're afraid to tell the truth about Andre Ward in this fight and how they really feel about it, because they're afraid to get the little press pass taken away. So with that being said, they won't tell the truth, so I'm going to tell the truth. This fight was a farce. Ward got bailed out, and he was better. He was better. We give him his credit where it's due. He was a better version of himself. But this fight had the odds stacked against Kovalev, and he was rewarded by the corruption, and we called it out for what it is. So that's what it is. You can hate the truth. You can love the truth. I don't give a shit if you do. I don't give a shit if you don't, but I'm telling it how it is, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just Kid from Denius. So until next time, take care guys.